everybody. This is Ma Wand here at Dash Radio. Today we got, man, one of Virginia's own, Musè in the motherfucking house.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Doing well, man. How about you?
Man, I'm doing real well because thankfully, and this isn't to knock any other artist or any other genre of music, but thankfully I got to listen to some real hip hop this morning, soulful, you know, like that hip hop I grew up off.
For sure.
So I'm not that old, for anyone watching this after, but you know, when I first was sent your information, first thing I kind of realized was you're younger.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm like, he's gonna have auto-tune. I was like, fucking Christ, I'm gonna have to listen to some auto-tune today. But nah, man. Like I can tell you're very inspired by the same hip hop that I grew up inspired off.
For sure. Definitely bit, yeah.
Yeah, and so I want to start this. I do a thing every interview I do with an artist. I give you an album from my CD collection. So I got a CD collection upstairs.
Okay.
And I was torn. I'm going to tell you what I was going to give you. I was going to give you clips, but I already gave away Lord Willin' and Hell Hath No Fury.
Dang.
So I only had till the casket drops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's going to think I'm a dickhead. Like, I gave him the one Clips album that wasn't the hard. Like, you know, they
It's
got.
still hard, though. They got jumps on it. Yeah, they got
Okay,
jumps
damn,
on it.
you know your hip hop, man.
They got jumps
Most
on
people
it.
don't even know that.
Yeah.
But tell me what this album means to you.
Oh,
that J. Cole, Born Sinner.
Oh, shit.
You fuck
But
with
can
Cole,
I
right?
curse on here?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
cuss much you want.
Cool. Dang, bro. Of course, man. Cole's a huge inspiration.
Isn't he the one that got you into rapping?
For sure. Definitely, like, made me want to take it serious.
Yeah.
I remember that this album, it came out when, like, summer break, when I was going into 8th grade. And I remember this was the first, like, album that I bought on iTunes. Like,
Really?
ran it. Like, with my own money. Because I remember, like, it was my 12th birthday. And then, like, all my friends I told just give me iTunes gift cards. So I got, like, maybe, like, 300 something in iTunes, like, gift cards. Yeah. And so I just remember buying this, and it was, Good Kid, Mad City. But this, I ran into the ground. Myrtle Beach, I ran into the ground. By the time, like, I was done with the trip was only like 2, 3, 4 days, but I memorized all the songs on this jump.
That's crazy, because I was looking at Forest Hill Drive and that, but I felt like this was around the time that Cole, I felt inspired you.
For sure.
Because you went to one of his shows, from what I read, and that seeing him, you know, command the crowd, as you said, was like when you were like, I want to do that.
100%. He's captivated everybody, bro. Whole arena.
Yeah.
Everybody's singing the words. He has control over the whole crowd.
Well, that is yours to keep, man. I
appreciate it.
Of course, man.
Dang.
I'm glad I did a good job with that one.
Nah, you did a great job.
Good thing I didn't give you the clips.
I'll tell you both, but nah, this is for sure.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate this.
Well, you know, also, to be honest with you, this isn't just gassing you. If I was to compare you to any rapper, it would be Cole. If I was to compare you stylistically, honestly, to anybody, not just like one of the top dudes, you have a lot of elements of J. Cole. I can hear the inspiration.
For sure.
Because you go back and forth between, like, you're a rapper, right? But you also have your melodic moments where you sing. But, you know, I wouldn't want you to sing the national anthem.
I hear you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't either.
But you can sing and you can write. And so I really stylistically, like, if I was to say what label would sign you tomorrow, it's Dreamville. You fit right in with that camp. So let's try to manifest that.
I'm definitely for sure. Dreamville, yeah. I mean, they got some heavy hitters on there.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about you and Far From Home, right?
Let's talk about it. Yep, Far From
That's
Home.
the album name? Okay,
Yep.
I get album names wrong all the time.
Yeah.
Far From Home is dope. I want to say it's like
that.
5, 6 songs.
5
songs. They all flow.
Yep.
They all flow very smoothly. And the thing that I noticed listening to the 5 joints, I was like, oh, you're raw. Like, you're talking about you.
I don't know what to talk about. Yeah.
Which is dope, though, because it didn't seem like you're not talking about, like, you know, doing wild shit in the streets. So you're not talking, like, crazy out your ass. You're just giving life experiences in a very artistic way.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
That's great.
Yeah, it's just like what I live. Like, I have a lines like everything I talk about, I've lived. You know.
I like that.
So yeah, it's just,
I like that.
It's
So
real.
do you ever get any pressure to, you know, put on a facade or act any differently than who you are?
I used to, but I feel like I broke out of that quick because it was like you only gonna go so far acting like somebody you're not.
Certainly.
So it's like I feel like, I mean, I know like I can push what I'm doing further if I'm just being me because it's all I know how to be. So it's gonna stay authentic.
Absolutely, man. You do a great job of it. The project, I'm trying to remember the standout song. I want to say it was 23 Hours was the one that I really liked.
seems to be a favorite.
Was that symbolic of your drive over here? Because I'm trying to think, what the fuck took 23 hours?
So, I mean, the way I named it, I remember I had a flight from Atlanta to LA. Okay. And when I was writing it, I was writing on the plane.
Okay.
And then, the time difference. But, like, when I finished it, I realized I didn't sleep. Like, I was just in the zone. And I was like, da-da-da. And I didn't sleep at all. So it was literally 23 hours. Like I counted, I was like, oh dang, 23 hours,
shit.
one more, and maybe I'll rest. Which I didn't rest after that 1 hour. But
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
so
I
you
just named it that, yeah.
You really be like, everything your work is just 100% life experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. And this album, did you make it back home or here? Because you're here now in LA.
Yeah, I made it actually out here. So that's why the whole title is influenced by Far From Home.
Being
yeah.
Far From Home.
Far
Okay.
From Home, Virginia, LA.
What made you want to move out here?
Actually, my manager, he's the one that brought me out here. So when we first linked up, he's like, yo, I'm going to LA. Opportunities more, like, it's more like the studios, more resources readily at your, like,
Absolutely.
readily available.
Events,
yeah.
album release parties. Like
you can just walk down the street, just run into somebody, like,
exactly.
potentially change your life,
Exactly.
But, so I took that leap of faith. And, so everything I, like, recorded off that project was out here.
Wow. Now, prior to this, let's talk about where you're from. Let's talk about Virginia, the home of the hustlers.
Talk about it. Let's
so
do it.
When you walked in the building, I told you, and I'll say this in front of Annie, I'll say this in front of Dr. Dre, man. You come from the home of the greatest hip-hop production, Timberland, Missy, Neptunes, Chad, Pharrell, Shay.
Crazy.
Growing up, did Virginia help shape you at all musically, stylistically?
Definitely. Without knowing, too. So, like, obviously, like, when Pharrell and them were coming up, I was, like, way younger. Like, like, actually right before I was born, but, like, also I was way younger. So, but I'm hearing this stuff on the radio, and I'm being, like, it's just very influential, like, influenced by it. So you can't get away from it. All of the Pharrell's hits, all the Timberland's hits, Missy, Pusha, all that. And as I grew older, I started, like, falling in love with, like, the pen of people and stuff like that, like how they write. Pusha became a big influence, all that, so definitely, for sure, shaped me.
Yeah, and I was going to say one thing about artists at least the artists that I love from Virginia, which is anything Pharrell's ever touched, Timbo, Missy, they're all who they are. And none of them, I feel like, put on a facade. Yeah. Even to a fault, like Malice is so much who he is now. He's rapping about God. Yeah. And he followed that path. Yeah. Shout out Malice, but like
Virginia,
Push,
man, it's that realness.
Still rapping about Coke. Yeah, exactly. Talking about, he's motherfucking put a Coke reference in an Arby's commercial.
Arby's commercial. Let's talk. That's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. So, but you have that. I see that similar thread in you. Yeah. Where you're very organic, and that's like the one word that I think is gonna float around you throughout your career. For sure. Just like real organic sound that that you have.
And that, that's like what we aim for. I just want to take it as far as I can go, but remain as much of myself as I can. On the road.
So you're like fresh out the oven as far as like this is your first project, right? Like body of work kind of together. Yeah. Were you like nervous to drop it? Excited?
It was a mix of emotions for sure. Okay. Nervous is like, dang, this is my first project, like scared, not scared, but like nervous, just to give it out to the people, wonder what they say. Excited, like, dang, it's my first one, I can't wait to get it out so the people can hear it, give me the feedback. So yeah, definitely, like a bunch of emotions. Yeah. Okay.
And how did it feel after it came out?
It felt great, man, just to get the responses, the feedback. Yeah. People hit me to this day, just 23 Hours goes crazy. Top 40 goes crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, you told your auntie to shut up. I feel that, So,
wait, you told your auntie to shut up on the song?
On the line, yeah. But it was like, bro, it wasn't like out of like malice or like harsh intent. It's just like one of them. It's just getting your business too much. Yeah, and it's just like, bro, I know what I'm doing.
It's art.
Exactly, it's art at the end of the day. It's like I know what I'm doing.
Have you seen that aunt since you did that?
I have not. I have not.
Was that directed towards a specific aunt?
It was. I don't think she knew. I don't think it got to her yet.
Okay, it hasn't yet.
I don't think so. But my mom was definitely the one that like hit me up. He's like, "Who are you talking about?" And I was like, "I ain't gonna air it out."
Thanksgiving gonna be stupid awkward.
Stupid awkward. I'm already knowing.
Oh man, you're about to get aired out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat my food real quick and just. Yeah, I gotta head out. I gotta head out. I gotta do a show or something like that.
You gotta think of one of those like Thanksgiving clapbacks when she says something
clapbacks or just quick exits. Probably clapbacks. That's probably more my.
But let's talk about how your life has changed now, right? Because you moving out here, I can imagine a bunch of haters at home, like, oh, he ain't gonna do shit out there. Yeah. And then you hit him with a project.
Yeah.
So have people changed? Have you seen
Definitely.
people around you change?
Definitely, good and bad. I mean, it's people, like, you know, people always tell me, like, yo, people gonna change around. Like, he'll tell me, like, people gonna change around you, you know? And it's like, I never would, like, the people that did, I never would expect it. Especially because it's so early, you know? I already know, like, when stuff is, like, crazy, I'm expecting that.
Yeah.
Can't take too many people out, like, around you. But, yeah, like, definitely, yeah. The hate,
People
not
have
yeah,
changed.
hate. People have changed, you know.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
they, yeah, exactly. And then like, yeah.
Well,
for sure.
you know what Jay-Z always said, when the grass is cut, the snakes will show.
Snakes come out, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, man.
Exactly.
So let's you know, this is the cool thing about me getting to speak to you. I feel like we get to kind of write chapter 1 of some of your story, you know,
For
or
sure.
at least put out that information.
Definitely.
So who did you grow up listening to, man? Were you like a hip hop kid growing
yeah,
up?
I was. Yeah, I definitely was.
I could tell, bro. You like a hip hop head.
Yeah. Since an early, since an early kid, I just remember like my earliest memories was just straight BT. I used to watch a lot of BT. Like when I was like 2, 3. Like there's videos on like my mom that she's taking me just rapping 50 Cent. You know, like I'm a kid. I'm talking 2, 3 rapping along. And just even at like family get-togethers, I'm rapping along. Lil Wayne, go DJ. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely was a hip hop kid.
Okay, I could hear it, and even when you walked in, and like we talked for like 20 minutes before we went on air, and I think you dropped 3 hip hop lines just out of speaking. You know,
I do that
from
a
like
lot,
the golden age.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Do you have older siblings?
I don't have any. I'm the oldest, but I have older cousins.
Fuck. Okay, 'cause I'm gonna say someone must have influenced you
Definitely,
in your life.
Definitely. So my mom and my dad are both the youngest in their family. So when it comes to my cousins, we're the youngest, like me and my brothers.
Okay.
So I definitely, they all influenced me. I got I remember listening to Jay-Z for the first time through my cousin, because I first got like my first iPod that she bought me, one of my cousins. I was like, please just give me some music, like I just need something on my phone.
Yeah.
And she downloaded all of Jay-Z up to that point. I was like 8 years old, so he had just come out with Blueprint 3.
So you had Reasonable Doubt. to
Reasonable
Blueprint 3.
Doubt, Volume 1, 2, 3, all
Damn.
that to Blueprint 3. And I remember the first song I heard by Jay-Z that I remember like hearing, like on the phone, on the iPod, was Moment of Clarity. And I was like, this
With
is
M,
hard.
The one produced by M.
I was like, it's produced by him?
Yeah.
Oh, you put me on game. I didn't know that.
That's him.
But yeah, when I heard that Moment of Clarity, I was like, dang, this is hard.
Yeah.
He's talking about like, just stuff I didn't
Well,
never
that's
heard.
a crazy thing. Shout out to your cousin, because I think when we were younger, the music we listened to a lot when we were younger made so much more of an impact to like how we thought and how we thought about music.
For sure.
So thank God she put you on Jay.
Taught me a new word. I
And
didn't know what clarity meant before that.
Yeah, I mean, you were 8.
Yeah.
In your defense, you were 8.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I remember I got asked that, like somebody was like, does anyone know what clarity meant? This is random. But someone was like, does anyone know what clarity meant? I was the only one to raise my hand. I was like, oh yeah, it means this. Because of Jay-Z, I was like, bro, that's crazy. Now I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, we learned a lot. I learned so much random shit from Jay, like from Reasonable Doubt when he said, if everyone in your clique is straight, your clique is rugged.
Yeah,
no one will
clique is
fall because
rugged.
everyone will be each
Each
other's
other's crutches. Yeah.
You're a real hip hop head. That's Reasonable Doubt, bro. That's like
Yup.
96.
Yeah.
But
what,
yeah.
That's feeling it. No, that's Can I Live.
No, it's Can I Live?
Can I Live.
Can I Live,
Can I
right?
Live.
Can I Live?
Yep.
I think so. But yeah, that line, even then I learned that like if I took care of all my homies and made sure they were good, then shit hits the fan for me, they can take care of me the same way.
Exactly, yep.
Well, principles. I actually think that played a huge foundational role in the hip hop you like.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm 30. I just turned 30. I hate when I have to say that, but like, I don't agree with a lot of the music that comes out from,
I
people
feel
from
it.
your age group,
feel
and
it.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with the music. I think he is probably fucking great. Uzi's great.
It's just different ears. You
It's
know,
just
people,
not like
people
what I like to hear,
people like
you
what
know?
they like. I hear you.
But you don't make music like this generation. Do you think that's gonna be a challenge for you?
Nah, I don't think so. Cause I don't think so.
Okay.
I feel like good music prevails.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I think the music you make is actually timeless. And as trends go, your music isn't following any trend.
For
So
sure.
I think it'll stay sounding good.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So, album's been out.
Yup.
When did it hit?
Month.
It's been out since
February 24th.
Okay, so it's been about a month.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the craziest thing so far as like any other artists you ran into now that you've been here in LA? What's like the most memorable moment you've had?
From another artist, I wouldn't know. That hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But just the love that I got from it was just very like overwhelming. People like they was like, yo, you gonna get a lot of looks from this, and I didn't like. Not that I didn't believe it, but I was just like I like to just keep my head straight forward and just keep my head down. I get head in the clouds too much, and people would just hit me up out the woodworks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people I never heard of, like I haven't heard from in a couple years.
Oh yeah, of
like,
course.
yo,
Oh, you got so many new cousins.
Yeah, cousins, man, different friends that I've known since high school, apparently.
Yeah, dog.
man.
We had signs together.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, you wasn't in my class, but it's all good. But yeah, they hit me up just like paragraphs, like, yo, man, I don't know how to say this, but this is just super like great. You're super talented. You have a long way ahead of you. You gonna kill it. Da, da, da. I'm like, man, it's love. I always appreciate the kind words, even if it's coming from a place of, I just always appreciate the kind words.
Mm-hmm. No, I could see why you would get a lot of the albums. Really, I mean, project we should say, right?
Yeah, project's
really good, man, and very fluid. All the songs sound like. Did you have it all produced by one producer, or is there?
Nah, there's a couple producers. Shout out CC, shout out Nickel Plate, shout out Sabrosa. They all helped with that.
Okay.
Different,
they did a great job because it sounded like one producer. Like the sound kind of
very
went all the way
cohesive.
through. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, they did a great job though. But it was different producers.
Okay.
Shout out
Now,
them.
who are some of the dream producers you want to work with? If you could pick any producers.
It's a lot. The list goes on when it comes. I mean, Pharrell, Timbaland, definitely got to do that for the hometown, for the city, for the state.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, people out here like Mustard. I want to get it on a Mustard track. Hit Boy, definitely. It's a lot. Metro Boomin, like more new, like a newer sound. It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
I could see you doing this is a random one, but I could see you doing some like Alchemist, kind of like underground hip hop
Alchemist for sure.
type shit.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought like Cole and Alchemist need to work together. So until that happens, Alchemist, you gotta
that
hit
would
up
sound
Musè.
crazy. Yeah, till that happens for sure. Hit me up.
Yeah.
That would sound crazy. Cole and Alchemist.
So what's you're in a position now where you're kind of still building up your audience and building your foundation. But what do you envision? What route? Independent route? Label route? Or are you just gonna let it play out?
I'm gonna let it play out. We're gonna see what makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea of like what you would want? Ideally?
I want to take independence further as I can go, but
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like to some extent, you gotta play it right. But I feel like a label is needed to some extent.
It is
in terms of like like if you want to get just crazy publicity. But I feel like I want to build my stuff up to where it just makes sense. So it's like a partnership. And then
Well, what's crazy? Someone actually, the same dude who set us up for this interview, Sylvan. Shout out my motherfucking Sylvan.
Shout out Sylvan.
Changed my mind a couple, like 3-4 weeks ago. We were up in here talking, and I was telling him like, man, we were talking about independent versus major.
Okay.
And he said one thing that fucked my head up, and I still think about it. He said, name me one real superstar artist
That was
who
independent.
didn't go through the machine or the labels. And I sat there, and for the last few weeks, I've really been thinking about it. And I think it's tough, man. As much as I wanted to be, I used to rap, and I was like, I'm never signing to nobody.
Yeah,
Hence why I stopped rapping, right?
Yeah.
But it's a tough thing. I think that actually the more I've thought about it, I think the image we have of blowing up is a major label. You can't, like the image we have, like, oh, I'm a world tour. I'm going to win. I'm going to be at all the award shows.
It's all through a major.
Yeah, it's all through major.
But I don't think that means that it can't be done though. Just
I
not
agree.
yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. It hasn't happened yet.
Chance is the closest that we've seen.
Yeah.
Because he was, and he still is great. Shout out to Chance, Nate Fox,
Chance.
all them dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking incredible. But yeah, Chance was like the closest. That was kind of my rebuttal.
He was dead. Yeah, the Grammys, all that. Yeah, he did that independent, right?
Independent, yeah.
Shout
And
out
he was
Chance.
smart. He was getting checks from Apple. So rather than taking label money, he was selling his albums to Apple for exclusive streaming.
Yeah.
So he'd make $1 million off the album regardless through there.
For sure. That is smart.
Yeah, Chance is smart. But anyway, I bring that up because I want us to go back to this in a few years and be like, this is where you thought, and let's see where
I'm at.
Then,
for sure.
Because the way I think eventually, soon enough, bro, the label's gonna be calling your ass.
Yeah.
But unless that's not you, who I heard on Far From Home, like if you got another 2 of those in your back pocket?
Nah, definitely
They
me.
gonna call.
Yeah.
So what do you got bubbling now? Project's been out for about a month.
Yeah, project's out. So now we just pushing the videos that about to come soon.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got one ready, and the other ones we just waiting to get back that we already
Okay.
shot. About to roll those out, and then yeah, after that just performances, and then new music after that.
And how hands-on are you with these videos?
I'm pretty hands on as it goes. Like as
Okay.
we going on. Like if we're on a set type thing, I'm gonna be like, yo, let's try something like this, or let's try something like this, and then like obviously like with the editing, that's the whole team. But like of course like we all get input. Stuff
Well,
like
are they
that.
like your ideas for the videos?
Yeah,
Like,
I
wanna
mean,
do
yeah,
this
it's
and
just a
that?
collaborate. Like sometimes it'll just be like, I don't know where I was going with this.
Mhm.
Let me get like a treatment or a draft treatment.
Got
and
it.
I'll be like, okay, I like this. Let's take this out. Oh, I like
Okay.
this. Let's take this out.
Because you seem like the kind of artist who's going to be real hands-on.
I definitely want to. I mean, just because like I'm just starting out now, so like sometimes I don't know how to like exactly articulate my thing. So I need like a guidance type thing, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
someone sends me, oh, I know what I'm doing.
No, you're
So
smart
as
for
time
that.
goes on, yeah. So I definitely want to be hands on, like directing the own stuff, or
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. And I feel like this is like, I don't have to even like ask, but you write all your music.
Yup.
Because I can hear it.
I
You know what I
definitely do.
mean? It all sounds the same.
Yeah.
But what about producing? Have you ever gotten into that?
I have not, but I definitely want to though. I want to
Okay.
learn because I feel like it's just easier to just know what you want and make it yourself,
Mhm.
and then just lay whatever you want on top of that.
Nah, plus you get more pieces of the pie.
Yeah,
I know your
exactly.
producers are going to be hot when they hear that, but
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's love. I'm definitely still gonna collaborate with producers,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
definitely I just like learning different things,
uh-huh.
Just want to be able to do stuff like on my own,
Yeah. I
like
feel that.
on like just music tip.
Okay. So have you went back home yet
I have,
since you moved here?
a couple
How was
times.
it? Do you feel like you're on like a victory lap? Or
Yeah,
that hasn't-
definitely. Yeah,
it did feel like that?
Because I mean, like, yeah, for sure. Like with the family and everything. Obviously, like whenever I come like to the airport, it's always like,
They're
yo,
like,
who's picking them
"Musè,
up?
you did it,
Yeah,
Musè."
it's like, yo, who's picking them up? Who's this? Yeah. Somebody gotta get them.
Yeah.
So it's always love. It's always good being home.
Yeah.
Seeing the fam and just kicking it back at home for sure.
Absolutely. If I were you, I would go home every other week and just drink the fucking water because there's
Drink
something in the water
Something
out there,
in the
man.
water, man. I got it with me. I keep it on.
Yeah, I would, bro. Bring me
I
a
keep it
bottle of
on.
that
I
Virginia.
got you. I
need
got
it
you.
from the beach, from the
On-
Virginia
on my
beach.
next visit, I got you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring it back.
please do.
I got you.
Please
I'm gonna
do.
scoop it up.
So videos on the way.
Yep.
Which one's gonna drop first? What video do
Right
we got next?
now, top 40.
Top 40 you
Top
dropping,
40.
okay.
Yep.
And then am I fair to assume that 23 hours is the video after that?
You are.
Because you said that's the one that everyone's hitting you for.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
that done actually. Yeah, we
Okay.
did. That was the most recent one we got done.
Okay. I don't want to like get into what the next project is, but what I want to ask is you're already working on new music,
Oh, of
I
course,
imagine, right?
Of course.
Isn't that weird as an artist? Because like this is what's out, but like
Yeah.
you just did something last night in the stew, and I'm sure you want to.
Yeah. I remember it just teaches you patience and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
It definitely does. Cause I mean, like, yeah, the project's out. I'm very proud of what I did, but it's like I can do better. It's just
No,
yeah,
100%.
and it's like I
But
want to get back into
Are you
working.
gonna let this marinate, like that album? Are you gonna
Definitely
let
for
it
a
sit?
little,
Okay.
for a little. But then I mean, we're gonna just come back,
Okay.
drop some more stuff on. 'em.
Yeah. Well, I think you should let it marinate. Kendrick does the best job of that. Motherfucker will give us an album every 4 years.
5
And he would
years is
tell
going
us,
on.
I'm not dropping for a while. He's
Yeah.
like, when he did, I think it was the second one, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not dropping for a minute. He's like, you know how long it's going to take for you guys to understand what I just did?
Yeah, bruh.
And same with you.
Yeah.
Like, your music's real deep. So I think that it will
Yeah.
take time for people to really understand what they're
Get it,
hearing.
yeah, the different nuances and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's just the meanings of it, yeah, for sure.
Let it
Let it
you
marinate for
know?
the folks. For
All
sure.
the best meat sat in the fridge. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
Hey, you heard my
Overnight.
one. I'm letting you marinate, so don't ask for no me to say.
Yeah,
that.
stop asking when the album's coming, man. Fans be crazy with that
That'd
shit.
be crazy.
Man, Musè, so project's out. We're gonna get
Yup.
the videos out soon.
Far
I'm
from
real
home.
hyped to see where your career goes.
Thank you, man. It means a lot. It means a
No,
lot.
of course. I really see you like, I think as like I said, trends are gonna go. You're
Sure.
making that hip hop that's always been around and always will be around.
For sure. For sure. Here to stay.
Absolutely,
Say that in
man.
the 23 hours. I'm here to stay, man. I'm here to
Hey,
stay.
man. Anybody who has not heard Far From Home.
Far from home.
Okay. There's no way that I was inspired by Spider-Man.
I was. That's actually my favorite superhero. It's crazy. Yeah.
Did you get the name from the Spider-Man movie?
I did not. So
Okay.
we were just drafting up names.
Okay.
And then like I was just saying, I was like, this. And he was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I was thinking, I was just like, Far From Home. and it just hit. I was like, oh. And then I thought, I was like, oh, damn. Right
I feel
after.
like Tom Holland had something to do with this.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. This is a good movie, all that. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so.
Who's your Spider-Man? That's the last thing I'm gonna ask you. Who is your Spider-Man?
I gotta say, who's mine? I gotta say Toby.
Toby.
I got to, because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I grew up on him too, but I think Tom's the best one.
He's a good Spider-Man.
Just because Toby and Andrew were grown men, that shit never felt right to me.
Toby
looked like a grown man in that movie.
Looking back, but I mean, that's just like what I grew up on. It's just Spider-Man 2 is, I think, one of the greatest superhero movies of all time.
Yeah.
It's the Tobey Maguire jump. But the new one too, the
new one's crazy.
No Way Home, crazy.
It was mind blowing. I was in the movie theater like.
Yeah, my theater didn't do no justice. I swear. The
They
theater
didn't
I was
scream?
in, bro, I ain't scream. I was like, this is crazy.
Bro.
Like the 3 ones popped up. Who was it? Andrew popped up first.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And nobody said, like, it was like
You
very
weren't-
quiet.
That didn't make.
Even bro, the Daredevil scene when when his jump popped up and all that. I was like, what?
But weren't you?
I was hyped.
Listen,
I was with my
I
little
watched the
brothers.
movie. You think that's bad? Let me tell you what's bad. I watched the movie Century City, dumbass busy area.
Yeah.
Midnight release. I couldn't hear shit. Every fucking time the motherfucker spun a web, people were like, "Oh!"
I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather be in that environment though.
No,
I mean,
that's
you
what
get
you
it.
think.
You get to watch it and stuff
Bro,
like that.
I wanted to fight the guy next to me. Him and his girl were vocally arguing about Andrew and Toby. The
Okay,
girl
never
was
mind.
like,
That'd be a wrong.
Andrew is my Spider-Man, out loud. Like, they're not whispering. The dude's like, fuck that, Toby's Spider-Man. And then she's like, Andrew's way cuter. And I'm sitting there like, thank God I don't have a gun.
Okay,
Like, in
that would be
moment,
annoying. Yeah, that would be annoying.
I watched it 3 times. I had to rewatch it that week because I felt like I missed half the movie.
Yeah, dang. Okay, never mind. That would be annoying.
Yeah.
But I was just so shocked. I was like, bro, it's quiet.
Yeah. Were you back home?
Yeah,
Virginia?
I was back home. Yeah,
You
Virginia.
must have
Because
been.
I made a promise to my little brothers, like, I'll watch with y'all.
So you went back home? Did you go back home just to watch it?
Yeah. Yup. I
Damn.
remember it was a busy week too, because I had to
Get the fuck out of here! You flew back home just to watch that with your little brothers.
I made a promise to him.
You're a good big brother.
Yeah. I was like, damn, because I remember I came right before I knew that it was coming out, and I came right before it was like the 11th. And they were like, oh, so you staying until the movie comes? I was like, yeah, for sure. But I had to go right back. I had to shoot it. I think it was a video. I think it was a video.
Yeah.
I came back. They were like, you're not gonna come back. You're not gonna come back. I came back the night before.
Fuck out of here! So you were in Virginia, came to LA, and then you went your ass back.
Yep.
The motherfucker, you did it, and you bought their movie tickets.
And I bought their
imagine
movie
they're your
tickets.
little brother.
Yep, and
That
I
was
bought
like
their movie
a
tickets.
$300 experience for you. Holy shit!
Hey, man, but it's priceless for sure. Watching
Hey.
with the little brother first time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah, man, what a good older brother.
Yeah.
If anything you told me right now says anything about your character, it's that.
Yeah, I mean, I got to.
My older brother used to just beat my ass. He never took me to no movies. He just beat my ass.
I did that too. I did my fair share of that too.
I'm sure.
'Cause, you grow up, you mature.
Yeah. Musè, man, it was a pleasure chopping it up with you, man.
Pleasure's
And
all mine, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for making that hip hop that I grew up off.
Yeah, no problem, man.
No
Appreciate you
disres-
for listening.
No, of course, man. Believe me, if I would have heard auto tune by track 2, I would have been off that.
Cut
shit.
it off. I hear it.
Nah,
I hear
no
it.
disrespect to anyone using auto tune. I just love a rapper's rapper. You know what I mean?
I can't say nothing about that. Everyone got their taste.
Yeah, absolutely. Spider-Man. Shout out to Tom for helping with the name.
Shout out, Tom.
Where can we find you on socials?
Shout out Zendaya too. What'd you say?
He says shout out Zendaya too. We got shooting his shot early.
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I respect the relationship.
Oh, you just shouting her out, you know?
Yeah, I'm just shouting her
I
exactly.
shout out Halle Berry all the time.
Oh yeah, you got to.
You know?
Shout out Halle Berry.
Where can we find you on socials?
Musè the Great. Musè the Great. TheGreat.
Okay,
Everything.
is Musè your real name?
Yep, it's my real name. Spelled differently, but it's my real name.
Okay. Good to know, man.
Yeah.
Musè, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Everybody,
you, man.
go listen to Far From Home now.
Yeah, and tell a friend to tell a friend. You want to. It's a great experience, man. Just put it on while you driving. You're going to love it.
Videos coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
Musè.
Appreciate you.
Shout out Virginia, the home
Shout
of the
out.
hustlers.
Shout out the state.
Boom. There we go. We did